Right. For more on the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, that's RAMFAC attempt to settle Akwa Ibom Cross-River oil wells dispute, I'm now joined by Assam. Assam is a senior advocate of Nigeria and also former Nigerian ambassador to Russia. And later on, John Lebo is the former Speaker, Cross River State House of Assembly. He'll be joining me on the same conversation. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on Newsnight.
Thank you.
Well, for a case that the Supreme Court has weighed in, you've referred to the World Court, and still we're here. Attempts to resolve this amicably still haven't necessarily succeeded. You heard the lawyer there say, look, this is a quarrel or fight, if you like, between brothers. Why can it not be settled in a brotherly manner? But what is at the root of this dispute? Just give us, a clear picture of what has brought us to this point.
Well, what has brought us to this point is what brought us to the Supreme Court in 1999, when Cross River State, in June of 1999, at the very early stages of the political dispensation, took out an action against the federal government, asking the Supreme Court to declare as the 76 oil wells in the off the estuary of the Cross River as being within the locations, the territory of the maritime territories of Cross River State. Whatever may have happened to that matter, the matter lingered until 2005. And within this period, on October 2002,
right,
the ICJ gave its judgment on the international boundary between Nigeria and the Cameroons.
International Court of Justice.
Absolutely,
Yes.
the ICJ, yes. Now, the unintended consequence of that decision was that it redrew the map, the internal maps of Nigeria, because the ICJ, according to the Mara line created in 1913 by the Anglo-German Treaty, the boundary between Cameroons and Nigeria stretched from Akwa, the southern boundary, was at the Akwa River, the thalweg of the Akwa River. Akwa River is one of the tributaries of Cross River, the estuary of the Cross River.
Right.
Now, the Akwa River, the boundary stretched at the thalweg, that is the middle of the river, the deepest point of the river, 3 nautical miles into the estuary. Now, if that map is drawn, the line runs directly into the estuary, and the estuary, the estuary is the boundary between Akwa Ibom and Cross River.
Well, there are arguments too by analysts, observers who've been watching this over time. They say that the delineation has not actually been done yet, even as we speak today, in a way that Akwa Ibom or even Cross River State cannot necessarily say or lay claims, to this 76 oil wells.
No, that is not correct.
Are the lines clearly delineated as we speak today?
Absolutely. In 2008, there was a meeting of the interagency committee, this same interagency committee, in Kano, where these issues were resolved and the maps were properly drawn and presented by the National Boundaries Commission. I have a letter which was written by the National Boundaries Commission chairman to the chairman of the Revenue and Mobilization and Fiscal Commission, stating these facts. And it was this map that was used by the Supreme Court in 2012, the decision in 2012, April of 2012, to say, when Roosevelt read his judgment, according to the map which was presented by the NBC, that the Cross River State lost its maritime relationship, its maritime boundary, by virtue of the Green Tree Agreement, which was the implementation process of the ICJ. There's never been a contention.
So what exactly is the way forward now? Now that the federal government has begun coordinating, plotting to resolve the dispute, both in the case of Akwa Ibom and Cross River and other, similar disputes. Do you think this will solve this problem permanently?
No. What we fail to appreciate is the fact that this problem arose as a consequence of revenue mobilization exercise in determining the location of new oil wells.
Right.
New oil wells. And in this territory, we're talking about 218 new oil wells. We are not even talking about 76.
We're not talking about the 76.
No.
So the bone of contention here is the 200, the new oil wells.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And these new oil wells, the committee, the joint committee of the state surveyors generals, the NBC, the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission, and the Office of the Attorney General, the Surveyor General of the Federation, actually went on physical identification, inspection, and plotting of the coordinates in each of these 218 oil wells. Now, coordinates don't change. The only permanent thing on this earth is coordinates, because where we sit will never change. If it is 20 degrees east, 2 degrees north, by 8 degrees east, or 8 degrees west, and 2 degrees south, that will remain. That cost will remain forever. So if you plot an oil well, this particular oil well is standing at this particular point.
Right.
All you need to do is take that coordinate and put it on the map. And if that coordinate is outside, is offshore of Nigeria, offshore of the coast of Nigeria, then Cross River State cannot be entitled or cannot claim being entitled to any attribution from those oil wells because they are not a littoral state.
But Cross River insists that it is a littoral
of course, it has a right. It has a right. Cross River State has
like
a right.
Asked, I have to be, we have to wrap this.
Yes,
now.
They have a right to
What
insist.
is the way forward?
The way forward,
yes,
is that the technical committee has to sit, and both sides sit down to plot these coordinates on the map, and NBC determines where these oil wells fall. But I am saying that at no time will those coordinates change the coordinates of Cross River State or Akwa Ibom State.
You've taken your position. Assam, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight.
Thank you very much.
Right, we'll take another short breather on Newsnight. I'll be speaking with the other side, John Lebo of Cross River, who will give us his own perspective. He's former Speaker, Cross River State House of Assembly.